10 seconds remaining.
What's up, guys, and welcome back to the Bridon League. Do you know how we said that we were done?
5 seconds
We
remaining.
weren't exactly telling the truth because what happened was we thought that 5 and 3, due to some miscommunication yesterday, I think they were going to forfeit their games because being 0-4, you actually don't have a chance of getting out of the group. So that's what we thought. That's what was going to happen. But apparently they unforfeited. They're going to play the games anyway. Of course, being 0-4, they're completely out, and xGame being right now 5 and 0 are guaranteed to move forward. This game actually doesn't matter at all. But you know what? Sometimes sponsors, tournament organizers, even the teams just want to play because it's good experience. So I'm here, and I'm going to be covering this game by myself. I'm Mike Loris. Seems like MRP had much better things to do than cover this game. I guess, to be fair, he only planned on those other two games, since those are the only two things as planned. But you know what? That just means that there's going to be more fun per capita. I just hope that xGame don't take this too seriously, because well, they already won. Actually, they just won. So it should be interesting regardless. We'll see what they want to do, and it seems like this is going to be one of those times where you just want to be practicing heroes that you think might have some sort of impact in the future. And for xGame, that's certainly going to be the case. I think for 5 and 3, it's going to be more important for them to just get more practice. So far, each group has had just one team that has just been absolutely raffle stomped. In the first group, Group A, it was Black. Second group, it was TTGR. And then in this third group, it was 5 and 3. So there was one group that goes pretty much undefeated, one group that gets raffle stomped. It just seems to happen that way. But you know what? If you're 5 and 3, you don't get a chance to play up against xGame all that often, or a team of xGame's caliber. You might as well just take the chance and take the experience when you can get it, because it's good playing experience. And yeah, what could possibly, you don't have anything to lose either, so what could possibly go wrong? So we have a draft going on. I've been avoiding talking about that because I'm silently hoping that it's going to be a little bit more entertaining than Queen of Pain Doom, which, to be fair, isn't really the most standard of openings. You could generally, and by generally I mean 99% of the time, get Doom later, get Queen of Pain later if you really want to, when usually teams prioritize higher picks, such as the Troll Warlord that we just saw in the last game. Juggernaut is another supreme pick at this point. Brewmaster banned out. Heroes along those, around that caliber. But
5 seconds
you know what? Grabbing a Queen of Pain Doom, that's just fine as well, because again, I'm hoping xGame are going to be performing a couple of experimental tactics here. The Queen of Pain is actually used to be really bad against Juggernaut just because you spin and you're golden. Now that she has actually a Sonic Wave to answer that spin, she's not the worst hero up against Juggernaut. She's just not the best either. And Doom is going to help the Queen of Pain out in such a way that they'll just be able to shut down the Juggernaut and do their best to make sure that he's not going to get off the ground or starting to spin either. The figurative and literal off the ground. As xGame grab the Phoenix, very quickly they have a lineup where 3 of their cores are present, and well, these are 3 cores that are pretty difficult to deal with. Both Phoenix and Queen of Pain need quite a bit of crowd control as far as answering them, otherwise they're just going to be flying away, blinking away, and you're left standing there wondering what the hell happened, where are my targets, why don't I have any kills, and why am I dying to this big fat Doom who's in my face? So xGame, they have heroes that are very slippery. They're just going to need to pick up their 2 supports a little bit later. But again, if they don't want to go grab some supports, that's going to be fine as well. For the 5 and 3 side, Witch Doctor Juggernaut, that's a pretty solid opening. I think in general, if I had the chance, I would rather have someone along the lines of Vengeful Spirit than Witch Doctor. With the Juggernaut partnership, the Cask is fine. Sometimes it could be better than Magic Missile in the fact that it could sometimes stun for longer. But the chances of that happening, the odds of that happening up against the Queen of Pain and Phoenix, are just so incredibly slim that in general having a Magic Missile, which is guaranteed damage, guaranteed stun duration, as opposed to, maybe a lot of stun duration, is generally a preferable way to go. That being said, it's still fine. You still have a stun to spin, and you will have a hero to protect Juggernaut, and a lot of extra healing. xGame themselves actually have banned out the Ancient Apparition, which is kind of weird. Usually up against this much healing, there is one answer to it. You've shut them down with the Ice Blast. Burst damage, I guess, can get through that healing sometimes, but if it doesn't outright kill the enemies, you're probably not going to be convincingly getting those kills. And ooh, we have another Tusk, the 3rd Tusk of the day. This hero's getting a lot more attention. And I bet Screen is not enjoying that just because he used to be the Tusk guy. That Moscow 5 International is the Tusk team. But now that everyone's picking up Tusk, it's like they have to change their branding or something, because Tusk is apparently really, really hot shit right now. And you know, he's pretty good up against what xGame have. You go into the Snowball, you're going to be perfectly safe from the Doom. You're going to be safe from the Sonic Wave. And you could, even in theory, block the stun from Supernova by going into the Snowball. Now, don't ask how that works, because that's not supposed to make any sense. Phoenix is like pretty much made of fire. Like, look at the icons, they're all really red. That's a lot of fire. And usually ice doesn't stand up too well to fire. I don't know what the Tusk does to make it work, but it does work. But Supernovas, I don't really know since I've never been in a Supernova. But I'm pretty sure they're really hot. Like, really hot. Like, a couple thousand degrees hot. So, Tusk is pulling some serious magic out of his ass, and he doesn't really look like the guy to do that. But the defensive power of 5 and 3 is not to be understated right now. Tusk isn't really the best hero at controlling the likes of Queen of Pain Phoenix, so more crowd control is definitely going to be preferable down the line for the 5 and 3 side. Maybe grabbing someone like a Void would be okay just for that Chronosphere, get some synergy with Witch Doctors, you know, heroes along those lines. But the defensive power of 5 and 3 is the real deal. Like, first of all, they have the Snowball, they have the heals that I was mentioning earlier, and they're really going to need it versus the Doom, and now up against an Undying. This is looking to turn into a very aggressive game from xGame. Before the Undying, they could really play this as fast or as slow as they want. They would generally prefer to be on the fast side. I'm assuming Phoenix is going to be core, because support Phoenix hasn't really worked well in the past, but now's the time to try it, I suppose. It hasn't really been impressing me lately, the Phoenix play in general. But Phoenix, Queen of Pain, Doom, these are heroes that, although they can do decently in the late game, you generally want the game to be over by 40 minutes. Now with an Undying, that point is really going to be hammered home. If this game does drag late, then it is going to be the 5 and 3 side with the Juggernaut, who's pretty much just going to clean up. And Juggernaut, you know, a couple of weeks ago, or I guess a couple of months ago now. How long ago? When did Juggernaut actually become big? Was it weeks or months? Actually, I have no idea. But you know what I'm talking about. A while ago, I would have said Juggernaut, he's a good carry, but he's not really the best. Now he's just like going to chop everyone. Like, people love the Juggernaut now. And he has a proper supporting cast to back it all up. xGame, though, they're going to bring the heat early. And MRP last game said that xGame were winning all of their previous games pre-25 minutes. And I was saying, xGame, they're usually, you know, going to be playing rather slowly, as that used to be their style. But sometimes you just got to turn up the heat and see what you can get done. The thing that xGame are missing right now, most of all, is going to be actually pushing power. Like, they have so much in the way of being able to fight early. Phoenix with those, oh no, not Techie's ban. Phoenix with the Fire Spirits is going to be able to do a lot of damage. Queen of Pain, Doom, they're okay at fighting early as well, especially that Queen of Pain, she's actually pretty good. Undying is a fighting early specialist. But xGame don't really have a way of taking down the towers, so something like a Jakiro probably just has support to lend that additional amount of pushing power. Could give xGame a lot of leeway moving forward with how they approach the tower pushes. And they can take all the fights you want, but if you're not actually taking objectives after it, you're not really going to be winning the game. You're just not going to be losing the game. By the way, xGame, what's it going to be? I'm just going to actually, here's what we're going to do. We're going to pull up a list of Dota heroes, right? We're going to go through the list and see if there's any. Okay, so I want to see Axe. Night Stalker seems pretty legit also. Spirit Breaker. Ugh, Luna? Really, xGame? Come on. I mean, I know that Mantis, like, he has his carry heroes. He has his preferences and stuff like that. But seriously, Luna is a good hero. I'm not going to say that she's not. It's going to force Phoenix into... it's either going to force Phoenix into a support role or Doom into the jungle. Either one is less than ideal, but, you know, they're fine. It'll be a little bit hard for 5 and 3 to punish, although not impossible. The Luna is a hero that will give you that early game damage, and it will offer xGame a little bit of late game. Like, this is them just hedging a little bit, just because it's xGame, and man, oh, it's actually a Stallcat on Luna. Mantis is going to be playing the, okay, Phoenix. Well, Phoenix is one of those heroes. I think he's new enough in CM that you want to have someone who's comfortable playing him as opposed to, you know, sticking to your standard roles. And let's be honest, guys, it's Luna. Literally anyone can play Luna well. Like, she's such an easy hero to play. At a certain point, if you get enough farm, you just circle your hero and then just move down the lane and you win. It's great. Such an easy hero to play. Also, one of my favorites. Maybe that's because she was also in Heroes of Newerth when I played that. But yeah, she was pretty good then too. Either way, we have ourselves a game. Last pick of the Skywrath Mage just as a rando support? No, it's as a random core for 5 and 3. That's a very interesting way to go. I guess, yeah, they do still need crowd control effects. Instant silence is going to bring you a very long way. Also, they grabbed a Darkseer. I kind of just like skimmed over their draft just because I'm trying to take as long as possible, just because this game doesn't actually matter, so excuse me for being a little bit laid back. But Juggernaut and the Witch Doctor, the combination isn't really as tight as like a Tidehunter Death Ward or a Chronosphere Death Ward, but it gets the job done. Like, a Vacuum is really nice at dealing with what xGame has, and it's not really the best versus the Undying, but Ion Shell does do quite a bit of work. But we have ourselves a lane here, or lanes here, so let's see who's going to be playing what. We got Mantis playing the aforementioned Phoenix. Reeves is going to be handling the Doom. Stallcat on the Luna. Down towards bottom, we got Vlad on the Undying, and Bignum's going to be handling the Quap of Pain. On the 5 and 3 side, we got Majoric playing the Witch Doctor support. Tusk Core? No, just Tusk blocking, okay. Intel Kick is going to be on the Tusk. Penguin, number 17, not the 16th Penguin, the 17th Penguin, is going to be playing the Skywrath Mage in mid. KY is going to be on the Darkseer, and that leaves unarmed, clearly, oh, unnamed, never mind. Unnamed. I was going to say clearly a liar because he has a sword, but because he is unnamed, he's still a liar because he has a name. So either way, it's going to be a Juggernaut who's a liar, and that's not a good thing. You don't want to have a Juggernaut. By the way, Stallcat's dying in the mid lane. Like, that happened. Stallcat just got his ass handed to him by a Skywrath Mage, who versus Luna, it's actually a really good matchup for Skywrath Mage, just because Luna doesn't really have anything in the way of lane control except for pure damage. Now they have a rotation out. Luna's going to try her luck versus the Juggernaut, but certainly a great start for Skywrath Mage, and this is a hero that could just completely take control of the game if you give him a little bit too much. So Skywrath Mage already level 3 is going to be able to punish pretty much anyone. Like, he'll force anyone out of lane, even like Queen of Pain. This is not really the best matchup for Queen of Pain to begin with, but already up against a level 3 hero just being level 1. Things are not good times. Down towards bottom lane, brawl is going to happen though, and Telic and Vlad is going to go at each other with Stallcat and Majoric going to handle each other, but Majoric is not going to win this fight versus Stallcat. Beat down from Vlad is going to get them the kill. Here comes a spin from Unnamed. That's not going to be fast enough to get in the range of Stallcat though. Now he's going to be chased down by Vlad. Now is a point in Tombstone. Minor slow from the zombies. Unnamed going to chase down. Here comes the Doom, and everyone on 5 and 3 is going to die right now. Stallcat gives up first blood casually to go to the bottom lane and then kick ass there. So that just happened. Majoric getting into a fist fight with a hero that he really can't fight right now. 57 damage is nice, but Luna is packing that and then some. Plus she actually has armor, which is certainly going to be helpful. The range is really where Witch Doctor comes into his lane control, but if you are trading hits, you're obviously not going to keep out of range. So xGame, they casually give up first blood to a Skywrath Mage, yet then they bounce back and claim a whole bunch of kills. I don't know what's going to happen in this game, but that's half of the fun. Over towards mid, Penguin 17 is completely wrecking Bignum just because there is no good way that Queen of Pain can handle this lane after being down so many levels. She's recovered somewhat. Now here comes the blink forward. Bignum gonna lay in the Shadow Strike. Here comes Reed and Stallcat, the classic ganking Doom Luna duo, and it's gonna get a kill on the Skywrath Mage. And as powerful as the Skywrath Mage is offensively, he is also paper. He has 0 base armor, has like what, 500, maybe 600 health. How much health does he have? I actually have no idea. With the Null Talisman, that's like a lot of strength. 6 strength right there. 700. Wow, I'm actually pretty impressed. Penguin 17 with the tankiness, but yeah, down towards bottom lane Reeves. Never mind, just gonna hand off a Salve. 700 HP. That's actually a lot. Like, Bignum doesn't even have that much, and he's a Quap of Pain. But still, Penguin, he's gonna be able to constantly harass Bignum. I remember my first Skywrath Mage game, I was actually up against Queen of Pain, and I wrecked her. It was great. And then every single Skywrath Mage game following that, I get wrecked because my enemies actually know what I do. It wasn't good. It was not good. But this is not about me. This is not about me. This is about these teams. As xGame, they're going to be handling the Luna dual lane right now. Up towards top lane, Mantis, he's going to go toe-to-toe with KY. And Phoenix versus Darkseer, have not seen this lane matchup before, although I'm inclined to think it's slightly favored Phoenix. It does get eventually a lot worse as Darkseer gets those points into the Ion Shell. He'll be able to force the Phoenix back pretty deep while keeping himself more or less safe at the same time. The Phoenix can't really get a kill. Oh, that happened mid. Skywrath Mage and Queen of Pain. I don't really know what they were doing in tower range, but that certainly happened. Spin, snowball works like that? Oh my god, the technology is real. Did I come in a little bit too late? Did I miss that? That was amazing. That's some combo right there, but up towards the top lane, Mantis and KY going to get into a little bit of fist fight. One Fire Spirit missed. Mantis diving forward with the Icarus dive, lands another Fire Spirit. Will that be enough? Yes, it will. Darkseer burns in the fire, and in the meantime, down towards bottom lane, Stallcat diving a tower. He's going to get punished by the Penguin. And that's going to kill off the Luna. Killing spree being ended by the Skywrath Mage. And it seems like wherever the Luna goes, Skywrath Mage is bound to follow, and then death soon to follow thereafter. By the way, 3-7 right now, and this game is just all sorts of weird right now. First of all, Mantis shouldn't really be able to easily get kills on the KY. He has enough power right now that he'll be able to harass him out of lane at the very least, and then follow up with maybe close kills, and that was a very close kill. But down towards bottom lane, I mean, like, the duo of Luna and Undying, these are not really commonly paired up heroes. Undying will be able to fight pretty much anyone early on, without exception, and pretty much come out ahead. The Luna offering that little bit of extra damage to make things a lot easier for the xGame side, as they have a 7-3 score right now. Their CS is looking fairly even across the board, and well, it's pretty much going to come down to who gets the slightly better engagements in these fights. But you know, having 4 kills in lead, you would probably expect xGame to have a slightly better edge in those fights, especially since their Doom has been doing pretty much nothing. He went on that one ganking trip over towards the mid lane. Aside from that, he's been jungling, which is fine. Like, you just want your level 6's Reeves, and he can now even hold his own versus KY. Not really going to be the best of times for the Doom, just because it's so dangerous, but over towards mid, Penguin is going to get annihilated. Sonic Wave is going to connect. He uses the seal on Mantis. I don't know if that was a fat finger, because they were just, like, right on top of each other. But either way, no matter who you actually silence, you're going to be dying there, so yeah, the Skywrath Mage, certainly still a paper hero. Down towards bottom lane, Vlad in a little bit of trouble. Drops a Tombstone first, though. Blade Fury is there. Lots of damage towards Vlad, but the right-click damage is way too much towards the Tusk. He's going to put himself in the snowball. Now he's charging forward for Vlad, but Vlad is so tanky with those decays. Now Unnamed is in a lot of trouble. Gets hit with the Lucent Beam. Healing Ward is still available, but there's so many zombies. TP out. Is that really going to work? No, it's not. Vlad lives at double digits of HP, and Stallcat collects a double. In the meantime, here comes KY. Here comes the Skywrath Mage to support, but it's a little bit too late because Mantis is also here. Short vacuum back on a Stallcat. KY is going to walk right into an Eclipse. That's almost going to outright kill him. In fact, it will. The Undying does die in the end. Now Mantis trying to man fight versus the Penguin. Mystic Flare going to be dodged for the most part. Now going Supernova. This egg is going to crack, however. No Fire Spirits were landing beforehand. That's going to be the death of the Phoenix, but it will also be an even trade as Bignum does blink in and slay the Skywrath Mage in response. 5-13, and after all is said and done, it's a 2-for-6. Am I reading that correctly? Yeah, 3-7. I'm watching the other screen right now, which has the stream playing. That was a 2-for-6 engagement. At least 5-3, not getting too many kills there.
Radiant's top tower
and xGame getting more and more ahead as every single fight passes. This is what happens when you fight an Undying. Like, Tombstone is being prioritized, and I think that is, in general, the way you want to go. Maybe you want to, grab some decay if you're really starting to fight early on, since Tombstone does have such a long cooldown. But Tombstone in general, once that drops, first of all, this early on, there's no way that any team is going to be able to focus down the Tombstone and walk away from it, because the zombies just stack up way too high and do too much damage. If you have a Bristleback on your team, or a Gyrocopter, or any one of those heroes that does physical damage with their spells, yeah, then you're probably going to be able to clear out the Tombstone eventually, but it's still going to be very slow. Over towards mid lane, Bignum is going to dodge the Ancient Seal, actually. You really got to open with that seal if you're Penguin. Not going to catch a Queen of Pain otherwise, especially now that she has a drum. The classic brown boots into drum build. Up towards top lane, KY is in a shit ton of trouble. He is burning by so many methods, and Mantis actually might be the trade. One more tower shot will kill him off. He needs to get away. Urn Charge not going to do it. If you had a Supernova there, that could have been pretty useful, but down towards bottom lane, Vlad gonna start yet another fight. Here comes Bignum, landing a Sonic Wave onto Majork. Lining up a Sonic Wave will hold it because he doesn't have enough mana, but the zombies are stacking up on the Snowball. I believe they still spawn through the Snowball. It looks like they don't, actually, but it doesn't matter because they're going to get cleaned up anyway. I guess technically the Snowball units aren't there, even though they're kind of there. The Tombstone doesn't read them as units, so that does make sense in how that works. But 6-16 and xGame are slowly but surely going to be overwhelming 5-3 with their lead right now. KY is going to come in. I'm so close every single time I see this Darkseer to saying KYXY because his name is so close to it, but it's not quite it. I'm pretty sure this isn't KYXY, just judging by it, but who knows? It might be KYXY's little brother or something. Penguin gonna walk right into a Doom. This is a fight that Penguin is okay to take if he had mana for Mystic Flare, but he doesn't. Now he's gonna get Hoof Stomp, and now he's going to get obliterated. Stallcat is gonna go to town on that Skywrath Mage. At the same time, Mantis and Bignum going to town onto Unnamed and Intelkick. Unnamed has an Omni Slash, and he's going to have to use it if he wants to live, if not for the Solar Beam. Usually that takes a turn to charge up, but it seems like the sun is harsh today, as Mantis is going to burn down the Juggernaut. Now looking for the Tusk. He does have that Snowball prepped and ready, but no Fire Spirits means no kill opportunity here, as Intelkick is not really going to be able to do much in the meantime. I mean, like, his tower is getting completely bulldozed. Luna with 2 points in the, 2 points in the aura, 1 point in that bounce, so forcing everyone to keep their distance. Intelkick is, flirting with death right now. Here come the Fire Spirits. Here comes the Carpet Bombing. Mantis is going to get right in front of that Tusk, but not enough to actually get the kill. Still Carpet Bombing, not going to do enough. Here comes the Supernova, because why the hell not? Sometimes you just got to refresh your cooldowns, man. Sometimes you just got to do it. Mantis is going to get right back up. Meantime, mid lane somehow still alive. I don't know how this lane hasn't died yet. Fortification is there. Here comes KY. Here comes the Penguin. Got his umbrella full of tricks. He's going to silence up Bignum. Mystic Flare not quite going to be there. Bignum walks right into it. No, Bignum, why? KY also drops to the wall, but the zombies are stacking up. Someone get a shotgun, because these zombies are going to be a problem. Unnamed is going to get doomed after Omni Slash. Vlad dropping low, as is Mantis, but they're just not dying right now. And Telkick's going to do his best to try to kill off everyone. He might kill off Mantis right now, but it's a small turnaround there. Vlad actually is going to die as well, because they get away from the tombstone, but look how many zombies are here. Reeves going to fight to the death because he's a man. Still the zombies are piling up, but Majoric's heal is making it so that actually 5-3 might lose Intelkick here. Here comes Tallcat for one more snipe off with the Lucent Beam. Ultimately 10-20. And it's going to be 5-3, taking a decent enough fight as xGame take a really chaotic one. Maybe the Supernova used there wasn't the best, but you know what? It happened, and that's fine. This game is silly. 10-20 with 10 minutes on the clock. Stallcat's going for the patented Mask of Madness Luna build. I have no idea what this Queen of Pain is building. Drums. First of all, drums on Queen of Pain isn't really the worst. Drums would be a lot better on Queen of Pain if the bracer was a null talisman, like, if it was built with that. But Unnamed gonna get jumped, Sonic Wave right to the face. He does not have an Omni Slash here. Walrus Punch not gonna save him for much longer. Gets snowballed in. Bignum though with one more scream gonna get that kill, and Intelkick is also in a lot of trouble. Solar Beam. Intelkick, run away. He's going to dodge a Scream of Pain. Bignum actually doesn't have enough mana anymore. Intelkick, he might actually live. Mantis is not attacking very quickly. He has no more cooldowns. If he Supernovas right now, that's a kill. He's going to try to get the last hit, and he does grab it. Vlad was so close to stealing that. Now Mantis is stuck. And I'm pretty sure his allies aren't going to help him. Mantis is panicking. I'm panicking. He's fine, guys. It's fine. Don't worry. It's fine. 11-22 in xGame, slowly but surely pulling ahead. Something happened up towards top lane. I think Witch Doctor got a kill on someone who actually died there. Yeah, he got a kill on the Doom. I can only assume that an Omni Slash was used there, and judging by the cooldown, probably not actually. Yeah, probably just going to be a Death Ward with someone else helping out, probably a Mystic Flare or something like that. Either way, Doom going to hit the deck. Reeves going for a vanilla build. Really? Blade Mail? Alright, so I saw the sword, and I'm like, man, you gotta go for Battle Fury. Get that mana regen, get that right click. If you're gonna go for drums into Blade Mail, like, you pick Clockwork, right? That's the build for Clockwork, or that's a build for Clockwork, let's say. I don't really think it's standard on anyone else. Reeves up towards top is in a crap ton of trouble. Gets maledicted, gets vacuumed back. Reeves with his third death. What a feeder, man. Come on. But down towards bottom, it's going to be Intelkick who's in the most trouble, because here comes the heat from xGame. They got Mantis off to the side. Everyone and their mom is going to be teleporting in from 5-3, but they also have to deal with a Flesh Golem, a Tombstone, and actually they get the silence onto Mantis. That's a good start. If he gets Supernova off, he will be just fine. He will die beforehand, but the Eclipse turnaround, making it so that the 5-3 trade is not really quite there, as they all get mopped up. Here comes the spiky snowball. Oh my god, the technology. The spikes slowly get enveloped. The Stallcat going to clear himself away from that. He is going to get hit with the Walrus Punch, but he will clean up in the end. Juggernaut, you slacker, where are you? He's up towards the top lane doing absolutely jack all while the rest of his team dies. Man, I mean, it's fine. I mean, Juggernaut is supposed to be farming at this point, but still, I mean, your guys are dying. You got to be able to help out a little bit, man, because you're kind of in trouble right now, as bottom lane completely swept by xGame. Yeah, they lose their Phoenix, but at the same time, 5-3 spend pretty much everything in order to try to get that kill, and still xGame are doubling up on the 5-3 kills. That was also, by the way, without Doom, so that was, I guess, a 4v4, kind of even, but Doom was off feeding, so that's his excuse. I don't really know what the Juggernaut's excuse was. Yeah, they didn't forfeit their games, guys. They decided to play him out. So now I have this game on my hands where Vlad is going to be playing with Penguin. He will go down. Tombstone's on the deck, and here comes Stallcat. Here comes the big Luna plays. 2,600 gold. You gotta fight for the Tombstone, man. Don't give them the Tombstone away for free. Sonic Wave over the top. Not quite gonna do it, although the Vacuum will do it. Big Gnome with the Blade Mail up. Man fighting everyone. Fight me, he says. And he's suddenly going to have to turn tail and run because this silence lasts for like 20 years. He's going to get into the corner, try for another Scream of Pain, but he can't run away from the Ice Sigil. So I don't really know what he's trying to do. Like, there's actually no way that he's going to get away from this. Like, what the hell was the plan there? Up towards the top lane, Solar Beam is doing something versus Juggernaut. Mantis is going to claim that kill. And Queen of Pain buys back because she's so angry. The rage buyback from Big Gnome is real, though. It's so real, guys. And he's now on a super secret mission. I don't know where he's going, but he has somewhere in mind. Probably. Probably not. Okay, Big Gnome is just going to take the tour of the enemy side of the base. Not going to take much damage in the process. Maybe one tower shot's going to connect. Yeah, it will. Up towards top lane, though, Rainbow of TPs is 5 and 3. Want to kill off Reeves. Poor Reeves, man. Like, he just wants to farm. That's actually all he's been doing this entire game. This time there's Mantis here. Gets stunned with the Snowball. Will Carpet Bomb a little bit. Then Supernova. Lots of minus attack. But with 4 heroes here, this egg is going to pop. That was not a good plan, Mantis. That was definitely not a good plan. Here comes Vlad. He's going to say, fight me. Drops a Tombstone onto everyone. He's going to take so much burst damage, though. Stallcat does not have an Eclipse. Has a Blink Dagger, though. Get in there, Stallcat. Here we go. Here's the Eclipse onto everyone. The Claves are going to bounce, but everyone's in the Snowball. And he's going to get flattened. It's a triple kill for KY as they do disengage. Look at the zombies, though. Oh, my God. It's like the freaking apocalypse up here. Dead. What is that game called? Dead Rising? Is that what it's called? Where you get the lawnmower? I only played one of them, but it was pretty fun. You just get the lawnmower to go through them, but with that Voodoo Restoration, only level 1, you pretty much mitigate all the damage. In the meantime, Big Gnome was taking down a tier 2 tower. Tier 2 tower, but it's again, like, what is with these guys and just like dying with their allies just farming away? Come on, guys. Come on, buddy. But Reeves has his mech. Classic 16-minute mech Doom build. Now they're going to look to reinitiate. I meant xGame we're going to look to reinitiate until Reeves just walks in and dies. Solar Beam is there. Phoenix is not going to be able to do that much after it, though. He gets hit with the Maledict. It's a high-level Maledict, and he's almost completely screwed here. Maledict? What level is it? Oh, Ice Shards of the Snipe. That's a level 4 Maledict. Yeah, he was dead. 22-29. xGame slipping, man. They're slipping. The comeback is real. 5 and 3. What was it? Not that much of a lead. 10,000 is actually pretty high. But yeah, the Radiant are bringing it back, man. Disrespecting the Snowball, and you get punished, xGame. You get punished. I wanted to see, by the way, going back to this Blade Mail, I wanted to see a crit on Queen of Pain. That would also have been sweet, but Penguin, you're going to try to go for Vlad. That's not really going to work out for him because here comes Big Gnome with the right clicks. Got to watch out for that Blade Mail, man. Snowball a little bit too late, and now it's going to be Intellikick who's in a lot of trouble. Run away, Tusk. Run away. Oh, dear. He is so many layers of screwed right now. Rest in peace. Tusk's trying to save his ally, but sometimes Snowball is a bitch. And, well, Big Gnome and Vlad, they're just going to wander around all over the place because they can. Here comes the rest of xGame. No, never mind. xGame, they're farming up towards top. They want to get... I don't even know what they want to get. They want to get more farm, I guess. That's just it. Majorca is going to get hit with the Sonic Wave. Here comes the Death Ward, though. Vacuum back onto Big Gnome. This is a lethal damage on Queen of Pain. So Big Gnome, no point running away, you coward. Get back in there and fight. This Supernova is also not going to work. That's like the third one that is just utterly... No, all of them have failed. Like, they actually haven't stunned a single person so far. Like, there's one that wasn't cracked. That was the one over here. But that didn't actually do anything. All the other ones were cracked, so Phoenix got to work on his Phoenix play. Come on, Phoenix. Stallcat in the meantime is going to rat his way to victory. Luna with the Mask of Madness Blink Dagger. What do you go for? Oh, okay. The Caster Luna build. Of course, it's classic. I honestly have never seen an Aghanim Scepter on Luna ever. Like, not a single time. But I'm pretty sure if you go for this build, you don't go for Mask of Madness first. I guess it does help you farm. But let's see, what does it do? Scepter beams, level 3, 14. It gives you 3 more beams. It makes it so that you could hit one person with all beams, which is pretty cool. And it makes it last a little bit longer because I guess you get more beams. So I guess that just is to fix it so that they come out at the same time. Is there actually a Refresher Orb Aghanim Scepter build for Luna out there? Can somebody tell me? Has anyone tried the Aghanim Scepter Refresher Orb Luna build? Because I'm not entirely sure if you Eclipse and then Refresh and then Eclipse immediately, if you'll have like double beams. Like, I don't know if it's like Razor or if it's like Death Prophet, you know? So someone has to tell me that, because I don't want to find out right now. I mean, I want to find out right now, but I don't want to look it up right now. So someone else do that for me, because that would be pretty sweet. Like, it'll be hella expensive and it'll be absolutely terrible. Like, it'll be so many layers of bad. Like, it'll be just the worst thing in the world. But it'll be sweet as hell to see if, like, the beams come down like pew 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 instead of pew 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 pew, you know? Like, well, here we go. Vacuum wall into a snowball. Everyone's stunned. xGame are immediately going to lose 3. Death Ward from the low ground as well. Bignum and Vlad off to the side. The zombies are starting to flood the area, but where's the tombstone? It's going to be brought down in a hurry. xGame walk into a death trap, and they're going to lose Roshan as well. That just definitely happened. 5 and 3 claiming Aegis now for Penguin with the Shadowblade Skywrath Mage. Classic. By the way, I'm drinking coffee at the same time, so that's why there's gaps in the speech. Just because it's delicious, man. Just because it's delicious. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, Shadowblade gank. Here we go. Oh, come on. Did he not open up with the right click? You gotta open up with the right click, man. Vlad is gonna die anyway. I'm pretty sure he didn't open up with the right click. We can actually look in the fight recap. We could calculate this. Hold on, how much damage did he do? 1350 with 3 arcane bolts. I don't think he did. 3 arcane bolts. How much did that do? 120 plus 1.6. No, he didn't. Oh man, dude, you got like what is this damage now? 175? You get 175 extra physical damage? You gotta use that damage, man. Penguin, you have another chance here. Ion Shell Shadowblade, the legit of all. He didn't do it again! Mystic Blare is there. Stalkat's gonna die, but Penguin's gonna pay the price. And there he goes. Bignum's gonna clean up a kill there, but that's only the Aegis right now. Mantis, he has a Supernova. Is he going to want to waste it right now? Seems like it's time for him to die. Sonic Wave onto 2, but here comes the Omni Slash. Bignum gonna dive deep for this kill. Will get punished by the Walrus Punch. In the meantime, the sun is going to pop. Not in a good way either. Unname's gonna claim one more kill. Zombies might take the kill on Unnamed, but not with the healing ward there. Unnamed should be A-okay. Vlad now, awkwardly in the middle of nowhere with no one alive near him at all. He's gonna get trapped almost completely, actually. And he's also going to die. Rip in pepperoni. 33 to 33, 21 minutes into the game. And this game is just getting to be a little bit ridiculous, guys. Just a little bit. I mean, this is some 322 action coming out from xGame. You know, they used to be known for their ability to throw games. Like, that used to be a thing. People were like, oh, when are xGame going to throw? Or no, that was back when they were named Next KZ. Now they're xGame. Same crew. Or minor differences, I guess. We got stand-ins here. So I guess like the full xGame crew, I should say. But xGame, man, don't count out the Aghanim Scepter Luna. Because it's gonna be raining hell down, you know, when you could cast it. When you're not immediately dead because you have 1300 HP and you have a Mask of Madness, then the Aghanim Scepter is going to be doing some things, maybe. Not towards Unnamed, because he's going to have Magic Immunity. Not towards Tusk, because he has Snowball. This guy has Surge. This guy has Shadowblade. So, you know, outside of that, the Luna is going to be doing some serious work, guys. But, you know, with those exceptions, those very, very few and narrow exceptions, the Luna is going to be going to work. Out towards top, Reeves gets killed for, like, the 20th time. Yeah, he's going to get wiped yet again. Mantis Stalkat going to get obliterated. Nothing they could do. Oh, my God. Snowball to the face. He had Mask of Madness active as well. So much damage onto the Luna. This is hilarious, guys. I love it. This is great. But seriously, Stalkat. Seriously, we need to talk. If you're going to be going for the Aghanim Scepter build, I feel like you go for a Midas on Luna. Mask of Madness on Luna is not the worst item in the world. It's just, like, one of the worst. So, like, yeah, it helps you farm, but you have all this attack speed so that you could cast your ultimate. Really? Like, come on. Come on, Luna. You can do better than that. I believe in you, Stalkat. I saw you play last game. You did very, very well. But he's just not doing well this game. Here comes a Shadowblade gank. Penguin 17 with his invisibility. He's
top
going to be running into a
tower is
Phoenix
under
who's
attack.
probably going to panic Supernova and then die shortly after. Now he's going to fall back. Shadow Blade timing out. He's just using this for a scout. I mean, Blink Dagger is usually better in this case. He's going to find Reeves. Oh no, Reeves, why? Here comes the Phoenix. Maybe Reeves lives if he's like extremely lucky. No, Phoenix going to commit suicide as well. Actually, no, here comes the Blink ultimate from Stallcat doing next to nothing. Majork is going to get zapped. No, he lives. Run, Witch Doctor, run. Dodge everything. Teleport. Teleport. Ugh. Gets loose and beat. Here comes a giant snowball, and Telekick is here with the rest of his team. Stallcat taking quite a bit of damage. Going to turn around to man fight because that's what Stallcat does. He's going to get one kill but then go down. Here comes Unnamed chopping Mantis to pieces. Bignum is also going to take a lot of damage from that, though he will blink out. 39 to 35, and 5 and 3 are going to slowly start pulling ahead in this game. The 322 is real, guys. Look at this throw. So much throwing action. Net worth. Yo, I got your net worth here. People always complain about not showing net worth, and I think this is one of those games where probably should have switched earlier. Most of the time, last hits is better. Vlad, the right click damage is real. Look at that, so much damage. Oh no, Penguin, throw the Mystic Flare, take them both down. There's the Mystic Flare, but Vlad's already alive. The duel, Penguin's gonna die. Range creep, no, he's so tanky. He's zombified. There we go, 1 hit, 2 hits, 322 movement speed. Did you see that movement speed? Because I sure did. Penguin is still alive. Healing Ward now. He's all the way back up to full pretty much. And Vlad has so many layers of screwed. Unnamed is going to valiantly take down the Tombstone because he's a good guy and he also wants the 150 Gs that comes with it. Aghanim Scepter Luna, guys. The dream is coming true. The dream is coming true. And Doom, he has gloves of haste. You know, he's got that going for him. So the classic 30-minute Midas build, it's pretty good. I mean, you get some experience, you get some gold. And experience and gold is never a bad thing. Oh my god, Bignum learning from the best. He wants to be Penguin, but Bignum, I'm sorry to say, you can't be Penguin. There can only be one, unless he kills the Penguin. It's simple. We kill the Penguin. But Bignum, oh man, there's like some serious dancing going around here, except they don't know that they're dancing around each other. The blind tango. And Bignum's gonna flee. He's gonna flee because he's a coward. He doesn't want to fight 4 heroes. What a wimp. Scarif Mage also has a gem, so there's that. Like, they knew that Queen of Pain was right there. And Penguin, he has 12 Bloodstone charges. This is, yeah, a pretty dangerous build for Scarif Mage. He's going to run into most likely the Doom and kill him off, or the Phoenix and make him Supernova. Which sounds pretty hot to me. Here comes Penguin. He is ninja-fied sometimes, but he won't find anyone this time. Not this time. There's also Yule Scepter on the Phoenix, so it'll be difficult to get that kill. But he sees his target. He's going to slay the person who wants to become him. Here he goes. No. Shh, guys, be quiet. He sees Vlad instead. Right-click, seal, damage. You don't Mystic Flare. Oh no, Penguin! Oh, he gets the kill first. Okay. He's fine. This Scarif Mage has a crap ton of HP, guys. Like, he has 1790. He's got a Bloodstone working with now 13 Bloodstone charges, whereas the Undying just has a whole bunch of bracers and a Blade Mail. You can't really out-survive that as an Undying. At least not without having, you know, a couple of stacks of decay up first. So, Scarif Mage is once again successful in his roaming. 17, 8, and 14. Do you get an Ethereal Blade as Penguin in this game? See, when you're like in this type of position, I'm pretty sure you do, but I'm not 100% sure. It seems pretty good if you just Ethereal Blade, and then at that point, like, they're not gonna have a Blade Mail up. You Ethereal Blade them, you seal them, you Ethereal Blade them, and the chances of you getting hit with that return damage from Blade Mail is very low because it comes out so quickly. Because you'll be able to stand right next to them by the time you throw it out. So, I think you do. I think that's the correct build for this game. This Courier is not going to help me out in my decision or my analysis. It's going to be Mantis style for Juggernaut. That's fine. He's gone for the Mask of Madness as well. Except he's gone for an item that actually synergizes with Mask of Madness. Not very well, but it kind of does. A lot more than the Aghanim Scepter, which, by the way, hasn't done jack so far, Stallcat. Come on. We want to see some beams. Bignum, that's not a good idea. Oh my god, he just wasted an Omni Slash. That was a great idea from Bignum. The penguin. What do you call baby penguins? I have no idea. Chicks? Are they chicks? the baby penguin is becoming the man penguin. As he dives into 3, burns an Omni Slash, and then Shadow Blades away. Yeah, what do you call... Guys, what do you call baby penguins? Please someone look that up. Speaking of, the big daddy penguin, he's got the wings and everything. He's on the hunt once again. Shadow Blade this time not going to result into anything either. 41 to 35, man. xGame had such a lead in this game, but I think the fact that they're going for like really stupid items is currently hurting their game plan right now. This just in, going for bad items makes you lose games. Bet you guys didn't know that. And oh, Penguin, there can only be one. Bignum's gonna lose this to a Blade Mail, and the Eclipse not quite gonna do it. Penguin is gonna die in the end. I guess there can only be 2. Stallcat now gonna fight up against KY. The Lucid Beavs are still flying. xGame, they're gonna take 2 kills down spawn lane, but here comes Majoric. Here comes the Tusk. And Stallcat's gonna hit with the Snowball, throw up into the air, and he will go down. Not without a fight though. Here comes Vlad. A little bit too late to this party. He doesn't have any way of canceling this TP. Intellict's gonna be just fine. Majoric's gonna be just fine as well. Phoenix is gonna kind of jump in, but not really. Has a Yule Scepter, but he doesn't have any way of getting closer right now. There's a random zombie going around this place because that's what this guy wants to do. To war, he says. He's closing in, guys. This dude wants blood so much right now, but he won't get it. So, yeah. Turns out Aghanim Scepter Luna actually does a crap ton of damage. Like, those beams are flying, man. Oh my god, that was a lot of damage. Unfortunately, it just wasn't enough because they're trying to kill a Darkseer. And Skywrath Mage is back up alive. Like, did he even die? I'm pretty sure he did, but yeah, I don't really know because the Bloodstone charges still have 9. He still has a lot of Bloodstone charges. It's important. It's important to get the Bloodstone charges. Oh man, I thought this was another Shadow Blade. Oh no, Reeves. This dude, like, actually all he wants to do is farm, like, this entire game. But he can't. Omni Slash you! Look at those lucky bounces until he gets really unlucky with the bounces. Here comes the Penguin. Concussive. It's there. Here comes the Mystic Flare. Reeves is dead. Sonic Wave not going to be dodged by Unnamed. Now he's completely surrounded. No, Mantis, don't go up there. What are you doing? Solar Beam from the high ground. He's going to fly down low, but Unnamed is already spinning and TPing out. Here comes the Supernova, which is going to be actually going to land because Intellikick decides to make it land. Now he's dead, but here comes the Death Ward from the low ground, bouncing through everyone. That's the death of a couple, and Majoric, he's going to be aggressed upon by the Phoenix, who actually gets himself behind the Death Ward. That's pretty interesting. But he's getting hit with the Maledict, and now he's almost completely screwed, unless, no, the zombie's slowing him down just enough. Here comes Bignum and Stallcat from the side. They want to fight up against KY. Don't really know if that's a good idea, but they're going to go for it anyway because YOLO. KY is going to take a lot of damage, but he will be fine to disengage. Stallcat going to die to the Mystic Flares. Penguin slays it again. Another again. You cannot escape the wrath of the Penguin. The 17th Penguin, so superior to the previous 16. And now Bignum. He's on the way out with his own Shadow Blade. xGame, they lose yet another team fight, and this time the Healing Ward, or the Voodoo Restoration, or both, I guess, going to be juicing everyone from 5 and 3 back up to full as they go for a tier 2 tower push. xGame, they need their Aghanim Scepter Luna right now, but she just doesn't have enough to fight right now, even though she's on the top of the net worth chart. Not getting jack done, because she's only an Eclipse. Instant smoke up as they're going to go for Roshan, it seems. That seems like a reasonable way to go. They have so much team fight, and they have an Omni Slash up that's pretty soon. Yeah, 20 seconds. xGame can't do jack about this. It's going to be a Fury Aegis.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Question is, who grabs it? Question is, does the Phoenix Supernova on top of you, forcing you to back off? That did nothing. Roshan is still alive, I guess. 5 and 3, a little bit scared about xGame's ability to crash this party. Just with this, the power of Phoenix, Queen of Pain, and Undying in this Roshan pit is pretty threatening. And if you're going to be initiated upon, like, over this hill, then you don't really have any great chances of getting a vacuum off because you're going to hit, like, 1 person, 2 people max. And that's not really good enough. And you don't really want to throw a wall here just because it'll be 100% useless if you throw it up there. Like, you might catch them, but then they'll just pop right back out, and the illusions are probably going to be stuck. Or if not, like, completely stuck, more or less stuck. You guys know what I mean. Bignum is on a super secret mission right now. Unknowns to him, though, he's going to get completely surrounded very quickly. It's actually going to be Vlad in the most trouble. Silenced up, Blade Mail. And blink forward, KY looking for a vacuum. Lays down the wall, not going to get doomed. There's the vacuum back. Vlad taking a lot of damage. Here comes the Eclipse, which is going to be doing absolutely god nothing. The Supernova might connect onto KY. Oh my god, he's going to get a kill with Supernova. He gets it. The explosion is also going to be there. 5-3 lose too, as xGame only lose their Undying. Here comes a jump forward for Unnamed. He doesn't actually cancel it halfway. Omni Slash is there, which will all be focused towards Stallcat actually, because Mantis decides to throw himself up to the air, which is justifiable, but still Stallcat's going to be punished because of it. Supernova going to heal up everyone, or rather the laser beam going to heal up everyone, as Intellica going to snipe the Luna off to the side. Now going to pop the Sigil, try to TP out, but he immediately gets canceled by level death, and Intellica's going to get slowly beaten down. The turnaround is there. 322 squared, guys, as well. 5-3, they lose by quite a large margin in that previous fight. Trying to open up the fight onto an Undying, never really what you want to be doing. And it is going to be them getting punished along the way. 48-43. Can we have more kills this game? Please? There's not quite enough kills for my liking. We need more. Aghanim Scepter on the Queen of Pain. I want to see an Aghanim Scepter on Mantis. Actually, there's no huge... Here we go, guys. Ready? You Tombstone. See, you Tombstone. Then with an Aghanim Scepter Phoenix, you put Vlad into the Supernova, have the Supernova explode, and then you drop another Tombstone. Because that's a minute cooldown right there. Right? You get some super tech out of that. That is a sick combination. Please, xGame, please. Please, it's all I want out of life right now. It won't really help if Vlad is always dead, though, so maybe you should try to change that plan. But here comes a retaliation. Bignum gonna out-penguin the Penguin. Right-click, Sonic Wave, right-clicks again. Penguin's down. Majoric is thinking about initiating, but he will think better of it. 49-44. xGame clawing their way back into this game, perhaps? Yeah, it turns out when Doom is not actively feeding, he's actually able to Doom people, and it turns out the Doom ultimate is pretty good. Like, I don't know if you guys knew that, but it does do some pretty good work. Oh, my Skype is just blowing up right now. Gotta check it real fast. I'm gonna do it very subtly, though. Yeah, there's too many people saying too many things, so I'm just gonna ignore them all right now. Whatever. What could possibly go wrong? There's no way it could be an emergency. But Luna, and now actually it's Queen of Pain on the top of the net worth chart. Like, even though 5-3 have a kill advantage, they're still not farming as well as the Queen of Pain and Luna. And those are heroes that typically do farm pretty quickly. Just being able to blink around everywhere on both of these heroes. And of course Luna has her glaive clearing. They're going to go in and try to snipe Roshan. It looks like it will be successful. Scarth Mage down for another 7 seconds. And, well, the 5-3 side just can't get anything going. Not enough heroes to mobilize. Luna's getting completely demolished by Roshan, though. Like, she's not going to lose that fight, but still, man, she got messed up. Roshan going down, and Aegis for Stallcat. That's actually a pretty bad decision since Stallcat actually can't use an Aegis at all. Like, you're guaranteed one Eclipse. Eclipse does not persist through Aegis either. Nothing persists through Aegis, except for, like, Spirit Bear. Yeah, I think that's actually it. Used to be Eye of the Storm would do that. No longer. That was actually pretty sick, pretty tactical. Vlad can take a lot of damage this time, not deciding to Blade Mail. Or Blade Mail too late. Here comes the BKB. Reed's going to charge forward to do absolutely nothing, and the Eclipse from Stallcat, but they're getting obliterated by Majoric's Death Ward off to the side. The Supernova also not going to be doing anything, as it will immediately get destroyed by the 5-3 side. Here comes Stallcat back from the dead to do literally no damage to anyone. Actually, no, will kill off Unnamed. Bignum also alive, but makes an illusion of himself. That's not the right move. Stallcat's going to be focused down, and Bignum is off to the side, will survive. But the healing from Majoric plus the Death Ward of this Witch Doctor just destroying the xGame side. Buyback from the Juggernaut has also a ton of gold to spend. I mean, he's got a Butterfly pretty much. Not actually anywhere near it, but you know, you guys know what I mean. Butterfly in the works. And xGame, they have 2 buybacks. Luna can't do jack with her buyback because she doesn't actually have any useful items. Phoenix is not packing anything either, so he'll harass the Fire Spirits. The Sonic Wave clear the Creep Wave. Bignum actually in a little bit of trouble. Here comes a Snowball. Lots of damage into Bignum. They also have a gem here. Do they? Walrus Punch? That was the most delayed Walrus Punch I've ever seen in my life. I don't know what the hell happened there. Intellica will die to the fire, and here comes the TPs. Luna is going to cancel hers, or someone's going to cancel theirs. Vlad's on the front line. Stallcat is there as well. They're going to try to chase through the Tombstone. That won't really work too well because Unnamed is going to turn around with a lot of damage prepped and ready. Vlad doesn't really want to fight up against this Juggernaut. Doesn't seem like a good idea, especially if you're going to get silenced. He has the Blade Mail active, but Unnamed actually just doesn't care at all. He's going to kill the Undying in a hurry. Now going towards Mantis. Penguin's going to get doomed. Stallcat going to blink forward, doing quite a bit of damage. Penguin, actually that was just level death, and then another death ward through Reeves all the way to Stallcat. Reeves is going to bypass that one in a hurry. Just wants to kill off Penguin right now, but I don't even think he could do that. The healing ward is doing too much. Penguin actually going to lose the healing ward effect for a little while. Now Reeves is completely surrounded. This Doom is going to die for the upteenth time, and that's going to be that. Stallcat also going to live, grab himself a haste rune so he could go ahead and farm faster.
Radiant's bottom tower.
And then, yeah, well, Penguin is still alive, Unnamed, Majorc, they're all still alive. Darkseer is going to be a coward and flee so he could kill off creeps, because that's what you want to be doing right now. While the rest of the team goes for, like, Thraxes. Seriously, Darkseer, get your shit together. Phoenix is going to think about going in, but that's not really a good idea. Like, I would not recommend that, because here comes the flare. The Phoenix is going to dodge most of that. Mantis is going to be just fine, but the mid lane not as much. 56-46 right now, and 5-3 cracking the high ground. Vlad's going to teleport right in, lays down Tombstone, but he also is going to get smashed on arrival. Tombstone's going to very quickly going to be cleaned up. Unnamed also going to Omni Slash. Will be canceled by the egg, but you know the egg is going to crack for the 4th, 5th, 6th time. I don't know. Stallcat can do some pretty serious work with that Eclipse until it only goes towards creeps. Here comes Bignum and the Snowball as well. Snowball is going to go right towards that Queen of Pain who just used her blink to get in. Now in a lot of trouble, silenced up as well. The right clicks and the bolts will be enough. Majorc gets to live as well. Everyone from xGame is dead. Melee racks down. Range racks soon to follow. Juggernaut, the prime damage outputter from the 5-3 side, but they have more than enough because xGame, they're just not alive. Might as well just slowly but surely get that one down. There it is. The bottom lane tier 1 is still up, so that's a little bit inconvenient, but I think 5-3 got what they came for. I'm pretty sure the objective is done here. Do they want to go for tier 4s? Because tier 4s actually don't do anything. That was a nice BKB, dude. Sweet BKB, bro. Ice Shard's gonna miss. Doom gonna walk away. Okay. Now get chain stunned. God damn it, Reeves. Come on. Come on, Reeves. Come on, man. Juggernaut's still not alive, and well, I guess xGame, they also still aren't alive. This top lane tower is not long for this world. Majorc is going to lay in with some 136 sick right click damage. Tower is going to drop, and there it is. Got also, you know, contribute with that Shadow Blade damage, man. 22 damage, 30 attack speed, so much right click. It's insane. Literally insane, guys. Maybe they should also kill off the bottom tier 1s.
Got it.
Dunkin' Donuts coffee. It's delicious.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Butterfly. That's also up. And the bottom lane, this tower is going to die because xGame, there's no way in hell they're going to even try to defend this. Even if they were all up, they wouldn't do it.
Bottom tower has fallen.
And they probably won't even defend the second one either. But Penguin, once again in the invis, is going to be on the hunt. Yes, Sky was mid, you are my toy. And yes, this is a game where I will be talking to the chat because I don't actually care. Because again, this game has absolutely no bearing on anything. And clearly these teams aren't really taking it, or xGame at the very least isn't really taking it too seriously. 5-3 are taking it a lot more seriously than I thought they would. It's a little bit disappointing. A little bit disappointing, guys. But most of the outer towers are dead. Not quite all of them. But sometimes you just gotta lay the hammer in the mid lane again. Because that's what you do. All the time you do it. Why go to a side lane when you could just go ahead and win? 25, 12, and 22. Let's take a quick look at this, actually. Oh my god. Penguin, the Slayer. 47 out of the 60 kills because of the Skywrath Mage in some way. That's insane. Like, seriously. This dude. He is just trucking everybody. Maybe, you know, of course, a lot of those are just random hits. But, man, when you got Shadow Blade, your mobility is insane. Bottom lane push is now here. xGame can't defend this. The split push from the Mask of Madness, Aghanim, Scepter, Luna. Look at this damage. It's insane. So much damage. Yeah, that isn't doing anything at all. Tower destroyed down towards bottom lane. Luna's now going to try to race 5 enemy heroes. Let's see if she can do it. She'll take down a tower. And then once you actually take down the tier 3, then killing off the racks is pretty easy as Luna because you get the glaive bounce. The Tombstone's going to drop, but I don't think it's going to last for very long. Penguin's going to pop BKB. There's a Supernova, which will very quickly be focused down. Nice Sonic Wave over the top, but a vacuum back just as good. Reeves now going to get obliterated before he can do anything. Supernova is going to connect. Everyone is just standing still for the 5-3 side, but Stallcat not really going to be able to do too much. Bignum doing quite a bit of magic damage. KY going to drop very low as well. Mantis sitting there with the laser going to town. That's going to be everyone for 5-3 dead. xGame make a defense. Oh my god, Supernova is a good skill. Turns out, if you land a Supernova, you might just win a fight with such a huge 5-man stun. How long is that stun actually? 2.5 seconds at level 3. And he was able to land it when it matters. xGame delivering a huge fight there. Off the back of a good Sonic Wave with a good Supernova. Layering it all together, and what you have is just magical. Now, if only their Luna actually had good items, xGame would not be completely out of this game. But because their Luna has absolutely terrible items, she actually just can't do anything except for Eclipse and then cross her fingers. That's the build. That's the game plan for Luna. It's the build Aghanims into cross fingers plan. And generally, you don't want to be crossing your fingers as part of the game plan. Like for Ogre Magi, that is the game plan, like all the time. Just cross your fingers and hope for the best. But not for these heroes. Oh no! The refresher orb! No, Penguin, you bastard! He's gonna try to go for Bignum, but you can't really catch up to the Queen of Pain like that. I guess that wasn't a refresher orb for Luna, so I don't really care that much. But still, Queen of Pain, double Sonic Wave. It's pretty cool. It's a hell of a lot of mana. Like just the Sonic Waves, it's 1,000 mana right there. And then Queen of Pain usually does expend quite a bit of mana just randomly throwing out her other skills. So I don't know if she's actually going to have enough to just outright cast 1,375. Is that refresher orb? I'm pretty sure it's 375. 375, yes. 375, 1,375 mana, giving her about 500 for miscellaneous skills. Of course, you got a Blink In, you got a Shadow Blade, you got some regeneration to mitigate that, but it's not really going to be enough. Bignum needs more mana or a bottle. That's not really what you want right now, but there's a bottle on the floor. You might as well drink from it. What's the worst that can happen? You find a random bottle on the floor? You might as well take a swig. Rewatching that fight right now. Man, that Supernova was sick. So much time to right click. They also kind of all focused down the Luna. And also the laser beam was pretty good. So yeah. The comebacks are real. xGame. So easy. So easy. 62 to 52. This game also, like, it doesn't matter. I didn't expect it to go this long. Like, seriously, guys. 46 minutes for, like, a random wacky game. It's fine. It's cool. I'm not complaining. Actually, I will oh, come on. I will complain. Stallcat, we gotta talk, man. You go for this Aghanim Scepter build, which is pretty trash on Luna. After Mask of Madness, then you go for Evasion Talismans? Seriously? You gotta get Refresher Orb, man. Like, that's the build. The caster build. You're pretty much Razor at that point. Like, you're literally Razor. And, who could say no to literally Razor? Why be Luna when you can be Razor, right? Everyone else in xGame, they don't really have anything at all. Shiva's Guard is pretty good in Phoenix. Refresher Orb not for another 40 seconds at least for Bignum. Let's hope his courier doesn't get sniped again. What else is he going to get? Lincoln Sphere? No, you don't get Lincoln Sphere after you already have your Refresher Orb done. Probably not. KY going to get converged upon. And 5 and 3, they're going to back up for now. Not going to make any hugely aggressive plays towards the xGame side unless xGame want to fight, and they do. Here comes Penguin. Sonic Wave right to the dome. Reeves in the BKB form. He's going to look to land that on Penguin. Is going to land it. Nice or decent wall. Going to make a couple of illusions, and Majoric going to channel that Death Ward, doing literally no damage though. Stallcat going to get chopped down by Unnamed. Here comes the Tombstone. A little bit late to this party, Vlad, but he should be able to kill off Penguin regardless. Supernova does connect onto a couple. KY going to be brought down. Mantis though going to get stunned up. Will Icarus dive to safety? Going around the wall, in fact. Vlad is now all alone, doing next to nothing at this point because he's just in them dying. 47 minutes of the game. Will get punched into the air and will die upon landing. Double buybacks from the Darkseer, from the Penguin Skywrath. And xGame, they do have double buybacks on their own heroes. I think they're going to have to use it right about now, as the bottom lane is going to be pushed in. And I think this might be the Doom push to end the game. 40 seconds until the Death Ward is back up. There's no Omni Slash either. You know, the ability of 5 and 3 to fight without these spells is actually pretty low. So maybe xGame are going to be able to hold. But with no Supernova, I honestly don't see it happening. Sigil's in the air. The right clicks are going to commence. Penguin with the sick attack speed from the Shadow Blade doing some pretty sick deeps. Here comes the Solar Beam. Here comes the Blink in from the Doom. Lands a nice hoof stomp. And Telex is going to jump right in. Eclipse is going to be dropping some beams as well, as the Juggernaut is the first one to fall. Majoric has to make his retreat as well. Stallcat still, his beams are flying. It's going to kill off Penguin in the end. Stallcat going to drop pretty low, but will survive. And that is going to be most of the heroes 5-3 dead. Bignum's not going to be able to kill off the Darkseer, but everyone else is dead. And xGame actually are able to defend. I can't believe what I'm watching right now. Man, this Luna Eclipse thing is going pretty well. Like, it took a long time. It's a classic build where you get started 50 minutes into the game. But man, those beams did a lot of damage. I guess like if you have this much clearing with the Sonic Wave and stuff, the Creep Wave isn't going to take any of the hits. So if you have 14, or I guess 15 nukes that do a lot of damage, 300 damage a pop. What is 14 times 300? I could mental math it right now, but you know what? You never ever ask a caster to do math in their head. So it's 4,200 damage magic. Of course, it is mitigated. It is dodgeable. You know, you got like Juggernaut Spin, you got like Tusk Snowball, stuff like that, and there's healing going on all the while. But still, that's a hell of a lot of damage if all those beams land. It's actually 15, right? Since you also have one that you could throw yourself. See, if you get a refresher orb, that's 8,200, right? It's 40. No, oh no, 8,400 damage. That's a lot of damage, guys. That's a lot of magic damage. Eat your heart out, Lion. Luna is the new king of burst, queen of burst, queen of pain. She's the new queen of pain. Yes, that just happened, guys. That just happened. But unfortunately, Stallcat still isn't going to go for that. It's a shame, it really is. Yet still, xGame, they're holding. The only reason they are holding at all is because the positioning of pushing up the high ground forces the 5 and 3 side to cluster up. That's where this Queen of Pain gets a lot better. That's where pretty much everyone xGame minus the Doom gets a lot better. But Bignum gonna get caught. Has his Shadow Blade. There's no gem here. Bignum also has the Aegis. They're gonna crash into Vlad though. He's gonna force staffed out, but Snowball's gonna bypass the shards. We'll get the kill eventually. Vlad can do what he can. Now the Supernova off to the side might result in a stun. Sonic Wave is also there. The Supernova was going to connect onto a couple actually. Unnamed is now sheeped up. Surge though, he's gonna get away in a hurry. Mantis gonna do what he can, but it's not that much. Stallcat Bignum gonna try to go for Penguin. Shard's gonna slow him down. Now Stallcat actually trapped in a cage. Has an Eclipse, has to use it, but he won't find a chance because Death Ward's gonna tear him to shreds. Also, the Queen of Pain can lose her Aegis. She's completely surrounded right now. Has a blink out, has the Shadow Blade still available. So much tech, man. This is why there's an item in this game called Sentry Wards and Dust of Appearance. I heard they're pretty good. Haven't used them myself because people actually don't know that this is an item. You gotta do some really hard buying. You gotta jump through a couple hoops to buy the items. It's a secret item. You gotta, kill the invoker in the side of the map. He's down here. The whole big thing to get the item, but it's pretty good. Lets you see invisible units. The gem is also pretty good. You could do that too if you're Intellic. Intellic. Oh, Intellic. I thought there was an I in between those K's. Intellic. Intellic. Yeah, apparently I just can't read English. Intellic. And Majoric. Those are actually some pretty smooth names. My apologies, 5 and 3. My apologies. 66 to 58. Is this really gonna last an hour long? My god. The second hour-long game of the day, and of course it has to be this like joke game where everyone goes for wacky ass builds. Luna's gonna go for the butterfly. That's actually a pretty good item on Luna. If only she didn't have an Agnum Scepter. All of her net worth tied in that. Bignum, the Penguin, he has double Sonic Wave in 5 seconds. That will do pretty much nothing unless you land it onto 3 or 4 heroes, in which case, how much damage does that actually do? 575 times 2 is pretty good. It's no Luna ultimate, but it's pretty good. I guess it does come out a little bit faster. But xGame, they're still not out of it. Down to racks, but we can see how much it's actually mattering. Unfortunately for xGame, they don't really have the best clearers. The Luna is the best one. Bignum's decent, especially since he has a spammable Sonic Wave, but they don't really have any Maelstroms or Mjolnirs or anything like that. No Battle Fury. And Reeves is not going to do anything useful for a very long time. Hand of Midas Doom, but he's died so many times. Blink Hoof Stomp is probably his best bet. And he did get a pretty good Hoof Stomp down on the bottom lane before. Got it on 2 people. So 5 and 3, they're gonna try to push down the mid lane again, because why not? They have all their crew back up, but they remember what happened the last couple times they tried to push up the high ground of xGame. Bad things happened. Now the Skywrath Mage all the way down to 3 Bloodstone charges. He's still able to put out a lot of damage, but the power of Skywrath Mage lies in the fact that he'll be able to do a lot of burst damage very quickly. He does fall off later on because he's so fragile. He needs the spacing, he needs the power of ambushing, and if he's not outright killing you immediately, he's probably failing. Up towards top though, they're going to go xGame. They have a chance for defense right now. They have all their heroes in their base. Vlad gonna lay the tombstone down first. Unnamed though, and the BKB is gonna charge forward for Vlad's not doing too much with that blade rail turn. Omnislash gonna secure the kill on the Undying, whereas the Doom also going to die before getting his single ultimate off. Mantis gonna connect onto a supernova. Sonic Wave through, plus the ultimate from the Luna doing quite a bit of damage. We'll kill off the Juggernaut and the Darkseer both. Now the chase down, they're gonna kill off the Tusk and going for Majoric and Penguin. xGame are going to hold one more time. The supernova landing with the Sonic Wave Eclipse combination from xGame, and they clean house. The Penguin gets to live because he's sneaky like that, but xGame once again hold their high ground. This is a great game, guys. This is a great game. This is so good. Oh my god. xGame, are they actually able to hold this? Because Luna at a certain point is going to get to a point where she is just going to be able to right click and then actually do some damage outside of her Aghanim Scepter. And she's almost at that point. Oh, the technology. The technology. I don't know what you... Okay, could you bring a Luna into the sun and then the Eclipse would still work? I'm actually not entirely sure how an Aghanim Scepter Supernova works. I'm pretty sure most stuff works, but I'm not entirely sure. But that would be pretty sweet. It's not like she's in that much trouble of dying, and even if she does die, it's not going to matter too much, but still, it's the combo that's important. They're going to jump in. Penguin going to get hexed up. Sonic Wave is there. Stallcat with the right clicks, not doing a super amount of damage, but still going to be enough. Penguin to turn around for the Mystic Flare, will not do anything as Unnamed chops the Queen of Pain to pieces. Now going to charge forward with the Mask of Madness movement speed, trying to go for that Luna, will not be able to stick it because of that Blink Dagger, and of course the Flutter. Stallcat's going to fly away very darn quickly, but Skywrath Mage, he's going to run into a Phoenix. Here comes the Icarus Daivu. No, never mind. They don't have any true sight here. Stallcat is still in the area, gonna get silenced. Mystic Flare is there, but not gonna kill off the Luna. Now the Carpet Bomb onto Phoenix. Can take a lot of damage. Stallcat, though, dropping very low, will die to Penguin. Omnislash, and it will fail onto Supernova, but Unname's gonna kill the egg off. That's going to be that. Another kill for the Juggernaut. Another death for the Phoenix in the Supernova form. 71 to 63 now as xGame. They're kind of just throwing it away by taking fights constantly outside of their base. The justification for that is YOLO, but that's not really a good reason. Usually you want to just be fighting in your base, because now they're going to have to buy back. Luna does not have hers. She's very, very close, but 100 gold is not going to happen anytime soon. So she will not have a buyback for its upcoming fight. And without that Aghanim Eclipse, I honestly don't know if xGame can defend. They're going to have to buy back with their Phoenix and Queen of Pain. That's non-negotiable. But they don't have a Refresher Orb. They don't have a Supernova. I think this might actually be a second set of Raxes for the 5 and 3 side. If they had one of these up, like if they had either Eclipse or Luna or Refresher Orb, then I think that defense is possible. With none of them, it's just not going to happen. Here comes the Doom. We'll fail his Doom, and then we'll get chopped to pieces. He still doesn't have enough of what it takes to cast it. He gets it onto the Darkseer, who already dropped the wall. Now the Death Ward onto 2. The Phoenix is going to make a complete circle. Mantis, no! You don't want to return to there. He will not get punished just yet, but Mystic Flare will kill him off. That's going to be the death of the bird after having fought back. Range Fract going to die as well as the melee. Queen of Pain's back up, but Luna not up for another 15. And she herself can't handle everyone at the same time, especially with the bottom lane already in full breach. This is going to be the death of these Raxes. Bignum's going to jump in with double Sonic Wave, doing a lot of damage, but not enough. And Tombstone is going to be doing next to nothing except for giving the 5 and 3 side a free 150 gold pot of cash. Buyback for the Queen of Pain. Here comes Stallcat with the sickest Eclipse we ever saw until he gets Walrus Punch, and then the Eclipse still flowing but not doing anything any longer. It's hitting a lot of illusions, I think. He's going to kill off Intellect. Now they're going to go for Bignum, turn around with Mystic Flare. He does get cheesed up, I think. Bignum going to survive for a little while longer, but not for that much longer. Stallcat also stunned. He's going to try to fight it out because he's a man. That's what men do. But he's not going to last for long, especially with that Omnislash flowing through, and they kill off the Undying. Buyback from the Luna, but that's not going to do jack without her ultimate and Unnamed. He's going to charge forward for said Luna. 77 to 65, and I'm pretty sure that's going to be the end of the game. It might not be the total end score of the game, but it is going to be the end of the game. Penguin with the BMGG.
Dire's ancient
And
is under
they're going to
attack.
die for Stallcat. Run, Stallcat. Oh, just kill Reeves. I mean, you've killed Reeves every single time thus far in this game. Stallcat's still alive, actually. Oh my god, he lives.
Radiant victory.
That's it, guys. We're done. We're done here. There's actually one more game. I have to read up on this Skype thing. Refresher will double up her ult at the Grazers. Thank you, Manachalk. That's very useful to know. But there's one more game coming. It is going to once again be 5-3. This time going up against My Insanity. Please, Lizard. Please, Meepo. I want to see it. Give it to me. 5-3 win this game, but it's not going to change anything because xGame are still moving forward in the Bridon League Group C. I'm Mike Loris. I'll be right back for the fourth and last game of the day.